Okay, trail marker 2, we're going to switch editing views. We're going to zoom a document and we're going to view formatting marks. Go ahead and get started. All right, first thing we're going to do is switch editing views. So I want you to use the mouse pointer and the screen tips. And screen tips are when you hover over something, it gives you a screen tip. So I'm hovering over the underline U there, and it tells me it's underline. Excuse me, and it gives maybe a brief summary of the button. So underline the selected text. That's what that does. Okay. Now, in order to hover over um, something like in Word, you have to make sure that the Word window is activated. So, for instance, right now my Microsoft Word window is activated. So when I hover over something, it'll show a screen tip. If I go over here to my PowerPoint presentation, I try to hover over something, nothing is activated. Like the window itself isn't activated. In order to activate the window, I need to click on the window, and now screen tips will show up. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to use the mouse pointer and screen tips to locate the draft view and print layout view buttons in the shortcuts down here. So there is print layout, that's the view I'm on. Full screen, web layout, outline, draft, and there's a draft. Now I need to zoom in a little bit. Control and the squirrel wall, remember that'll do that. All right. Also, I can zoom using the slider down here. Okay. I'm going to turn it back. So, but if real fast, what you see that in the draft view, the margin on the left side and the margin on the top, it's gone. So basically, all that it is just the words that you're typing. Okay. So we zoomed in twice. Oh, hang on, let's go back to that view. So click it twice, you zoom in, zoom out, or you can use the slider. So I've showed you that several times. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on formatting marks. And the word format means um, to change the characteristics of something, okay? Or to look at the characteristics of something. So what we're going to do is show these formatting marks. So under the Home tab, in a paragraph group, you're going to look for this backwards P. Okay, it's a paragraph button actually, or that's basically what it is. When I click it, you can see that on my document now, there's these symbols like this backwards P, and everywhere you see a backwards P, that represents where the enter button was hit, and that enter button will add a new paragraph. All right, so if I hit enter right here, it's going to add another P, and there it is. See that? Okay. Um, if you look very closely, between each word is a dot. And again, those dots are also formatting marks, because if I turn this off, you see that it disappears. Turn it back on, there's the dots. The dots represent a space. So when you tap the space bar, those dots will show up. You can see a bunch of dots down there. All right, there's other formatting marks. One that we'll definitely use throughout the course is the tab button. And when you tap the tab key, you can see those arrows. So those arrows represent the tab button. Now, when you print from this view right here with your formatting marks on, when you print, it will not print the formatting marks. Okay, that's very important to understand. See, this is the print view right here. You can see that the formatting marks don't show up. Okay.